Alright, today we are going to teach you how to make a duct tape case iPod, 4th generation iPod case. Now, what you're going to need is a ruler, a basic cutting board, preferably a plastic cutting board, a utility knife or a non-stick scissors, and of course the duct tape that you're going to be using for this project. Oh, and you might want to keep your iPod on hand as well. Now, you're going to cut 8 5-inch pieces of duct tape, and they can be more than 5 inches, but they should be preferably at least 5 inches. Okay, now, once you've done that, you're going to take 2 of your pieces and lay them sticky side up. Take one of the pieces and overlap the other piece just by a little bit, so that you have one larger piece of duct tape. And when you do that, try to match up at least one of the ends. The other two ends don't preferably have to meet up, but they should be somewhere close. Now, take another piece of your duct tape and take the sticky side and match and line up the side with one of the sides on your duct tape sheet. So now, half of it is covered and it is not sticky anymore. The other side should still be sticky. And then, again, take a 4th piece of duct tape and put the sticky side down onto the other sticky side. Now you should have around a square piece that isn't that sticky, except for maybe on the ends. Now, you're going to take your non-stick scissors or utility knife and just cut off those sticky parts on the end. But don't cut off too big of pieces, just little pieces, so that we still have room for our iPod to fit into our case. Try to make the lines as straight as possible. Try to cut your lines as straight as possible. It's okay if some are slanted, because we will fix that later. Now, do that again, so that you should now have 2 squares. Take your 2 squares and put the smaller one, or the smallest one, on top of the largest one. They shouldn't match up equally, but we will fix that. We're going to go like this and trace around it with our utility knife or our scissors, and just cut off the extra piece, those extra pieces from our larger piece. Then we're just going to pull those off so that we have 2 pieces that are about the exact same size. They should still be about the size of your iPod. I cut mine a bit short for my iPod on the sides, but it's about the perfect length of my iPod, so it will still work. But you should definitely try to keep some left over. Okay, now I'm going to be using black duct tape, but you can still use the same color or pattern, or you can use a different color of your choice depending on what you would like. Now, I'm going to take the black duct tape, and next to my square, well, it's more of a rectangle, on the long side, I'm going to make a piece that's about as long as the long side. It's okay if there's a little left over. Now, I'm going to take my piece of duct tape and I'm going to split it into 3 pieces. After I split it into 3 strips, I'm going to take one of those strips and put it on one of the long sides. Keep in mind that I'm only putting half the sticky side on there so that I can fold it over to the other side so that I can connect the pieces. And there will most likely be a little piece sticking off. We'll fix that at the end. Now, take the next piece and on your other long side, again, put about half of it down, and then fold it over onto the other side. Again, there will probably be some left over. Now you should have a piece that looks about like this, and you should be able to see through it. Okay, now we're going to take this last piece and put it on whichever side we want, either this side or this side. I think I'm going to do this side. Again, you're only putting half and then folding over the rest. And there will be left over on this side. So, now we're going to take our utility knife or non-stick scissors and cut off the extra. There. Now you've just made a case for your fourth generation iPod Touch. Have fun crafting. Remember, practice makes perfect.